Just look at those right there. Not only are they beyond productive, but they're absolutely gorgeous this time of year when they're blooming. And it's just a wall of absolutely stunning little sunflowers. You can't beat that. Super productive and they're beautiful. Come on, guys, right? There's no reason whatsoever you should not be growing sunroots, Jerusalem artichokes, whatever you want to call them. I like sunroots. Just gorgeous. Look at that in the morning sun there. Just beautiful. So, hello everybody. Don't mind the wind and everything. It's fairly noisy evening out here. We've got a nice cold front coming through, the first of the season, and I am out here playing with my sunroot seedlings, guys. This crop is so hated upon. It's really sad, okay? Most homesteaders, people want to grow their own food, permaculture people, yada yada, they know what sunroots or Jerusalem artichokes are, and most of them hold a very low opinion of this amazing plant, which is really a shame. It really is. And the only reason they hate this plant is because it's not like a potato. That's what it boils down to, guys, okay? They're related to sunflowers. They are beyond easy to grow. They are beyond productive. They're gorgeous plants. They're native plants. The only reason people don't like these plants is because when you cook the roots, the tubers, they don't get soft and mushy. That's it. That is the only reason. And it's a bad reason. It really is. Because they are great stir-fried up, nice and crunchy. If you store them in the fridge or you let them store in the ground when it's cool, they get sweet. You shred them into salads, you pickle them, you stir fry them, roast them, and so much. You can ferment them. They're really tasty. They really are. And if you have issues eating them, i.e. they cause you to fart like a goddamn cow, okay? I mean, that's because your gut's out of whack. And you don't have the right beneficial bacteria in there, or not balanced, to handle such a fiber-rich food. So they're also extremely good for you because they're packed full of fiber. And if you're out of whack or not healthy, that fiber will wreak havoc on your gut and make you regret eating them. Yes. But anyway. Anyway, I've grown sunroots for a very long time. Very long time. We actually have a seed-grown variety that we selected out over 15 years ago. I got seeds, put them in a bed, and selected out the best one. I call it Florida Sunroots. It's very adapted to the South in our long growing season. It gets delicious, light flavored, crispy roots. It's super productive. If you give it a long season, they get absolutely massive. And it's a nice, beautiful plant. Looks like a sunflower and flowers. It's gorgeous. But again, people don't like it because it's not soft like a potato. That's what it boils down to. Again, it's sad, guys, that such a productive crop is not utilized because of that. So, this is what we're doing to fix that. Look at all these cups right here. This is the seedlings from this year. These are seedling Jerusalem artichokes, guys. And as far as I know, there are very, 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 very few people in the U.S., or maybe even in the world, I don't know, trying to improve this crop. I don't really know. I actually don't know of anybody else in the U.S. working to improve Jerusalem artichokes. I don't. As far as I know, I am the only one stupid enough to endeavor to embark on that endeavor to improve these. And we've got quite a bit of genetic diversity here. It's later in the year, we're October, so these are actually starting to go dormant for the year. They've already produced their little tubers. But yeah, so if you want to stick around and hear me yak a little bit more, listen to it, guys. So these are from seed. These are seedling Jerusalem artichokes. I don't know exactly who the parents are. This is a cross between three possible plants. Could be, it's a mix of those. And one of them is our Florida sunroot. One is called white fiasu, and the other one is another seedling of ours that, well, not soft like a potato when you cook it. The starch structure is softer. It does not stay crisp when you cook it. It's not moist and light and fluffy like a potato, okay? It doesn't completely break down. But one of those parents, the starch on the tuber is, it's kind of like a mix, kind of like gum, I'll say. So it's in the right direction. And anyway, that's what we're working on. We are working to introduce a softer starch into a sunroot. That's what we're doing, guys. We are working to make this more like a potato to satisfy people, to actually get them to eat it. Alright, we're working on keeping the super productivity of these, okay? These guys are capable of extremely high yields. One happy plant can give you easily 20 pounds of tubers, and that is on the lower end. One happy plant for us easily can produce 30 pounds of roots under one plant. A 5-gallon bucket full, guys, from one plant. And that's not exaggerating. And they do it very quickly. And again, they're native. They're related to sunflowers, so they're gorgeous. They're very tough. They're drought tolerant. They, you know, they're very nutritious and they're very delicious. They're just not, textured the way people want. So again, that's what we're working on. But these are all seedlings, and those are the parents. And we started these earlier in the year. Seed is not easy to come by on these. They do not naturally want to produce seed. I'm sure the genetics on sunroots, because there's thousands of varieties and cultivars when you really look into it. A lot of them have been lost over the years, but hunting down the genetics has been very difficult. But when you do get them, some of them are amazing. They come in every color, they come in every shape and size. The plants are dwarfed to monstrous 15-foot tall sunflowers, and the root shapes are in everything in between, from round to long to thin to fat to football sized, you name it. The genetic diversity is there, but they really do not produce seed very easily. They just don't. A lot of them are likely triploids and everything, just natural hybrids. They do hybridize with sunflowers, so you can cross them with actual sunflowers, and sometimes they will produce edible roots doing that as well. So it's very interesting plants, and definitely a crop worth working on, and we are working on it. I grow literally hundreds of pounds of tubers every year. I personally like them pickled. That's the way I do it. To slice it thin and naturally ferment them, and they're freaking great. Garlic, salt in the water, stick them in the water, garlic, cloves, black pepper, ferment them, guys, and you eat them. They're freaking delicious. And I put them on everything. Put them in my rice, put them on salads, I snack on them. But yeah, and it's a shame that they're not grown. And a few prominent, very prominent voices on YouTube don't like them. I'm not a prominent voice on YouTube, and if you've made this far in the video, hey, thank you. Leave a comment. Tell me you watched the whole video. And yeah, but I often liken myself to a backyard plant breeder. But guys, I actually do some very serious plant breeding, and I try to bring amazing new productive crops to the people that want to grow food and are serious about it. And this plant is so amazing that it's not one that should be overlooked simply because it stays crunchy. Okay. But yeah, these are, I'm getting ready to pot them up. Even though they're getting ready to go dormant, they're still sprouting, they're still growing. These are from one seed. Then you can see they kind of grew stolons and sprouted more. And yeah, they'll probably go dormant this winter. They've still got a bit of growing to do. They're still pumping in some energy into whatever roots they're producing. I don't know what they're going to have yet. Each one of these is genetically distinct, so it's a mystery to me. And growing them from seed is very interesting. But yeah, we are doing it, guys. I don't know if anybody else that is. I mean, there may be people saving seed if they get it and throwing them in and that. But I mean, for serious, improvement, genetic improvement in everything, which I am doing. I don't think it's happening anywhere, honestly, which is a shame. Again, shame. But definitely a crop that is worth reviving and getting people to grow and working with to improve it. 100%, no doubt whatsoever. So thank you for watching, guys. Your views, your likes, your support is the only thing that allows me to do these things, and that's what it is. So thank you very much. See you later. Grow that food. Grow some sunroots, guys.